Well, hey, entrepreneurs, welcome back to our weekly Q&A. Ask Me Anything. We are answering your social media questions in real time for the next couple of minutes. And we had some great ones written in this week that I want to make sure that we tackle. So let's jump in and let's start off. But if you're joining me live, feel free to drop your questions in the comment box or in the chat box. And if you're watching the replay, drop them in the comments. I will save them for next week and get to as many as possible. So here we go. We had a great question come in from Maureen this week. She wants to know how she can use an audio clip from like a movie, not a song, or how she replicates somebody else's funny reel. So let's actually break this down. This is really important. There's a couple things you need to know, and then we're going to talk about how to do this. First is that things are copyrighted. You cannot use certain sounds, certain things. You cannot take a clip from a movie and put it on Instagram. This is illegal. You can't do it. It's copyright infringement. People do it, and then some people use it. That's not good. Make sure that you are doing legal things, not illegal things, while you are creating TikToks, Reels, whatever. Now, a lot of songs are licensed directly through things like Instagram and TikTok. So the artists themselves will put the songs on there and you can use their audios, and it's you're able to use them on TikTok or on Instagram, specifically on that platform, and not take them and move them elsewhere. Meaning you cannot take your TikTok and put it on Reels with audio from TikTok because it's against the terms of service and it's copyright infringement. You can get in huge trouble. You can get banned from the platforms. You can potentially be sued by the artist for copyright infringement. So make sure you're only using audios that you actually have the licensing to use within the platform. If you have something on TikTok that you want to bring over to Instagram, you can do that. You just have to strip the audio and then find the audio inside of Instagram to then use it. So do not steal things from movies and put them on TikTok. Do not steal things from movies and put them on Instagram Reels. You cannot do that. That said, there are original audios inside both TikTok and Instagram that you are allowed to use, and that's things that people have said. So if you're trying to dub somebody else's funny saying, something funny that they said, or something that works like, look at what I'm wearing, look at this dress, it has pockets, look how cool this is, you can do that within the context of the app itself. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at how to do that. I actually want to pull my Instagram up on screen so you can all see, and I am going to, while I do this, let me take this off so that you can actually see the whole thing. So to use someone else's original audio, not something that has been copyright infringed, you want to go over to whatever that happens to be. So let me just go ahead. I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to click on the Reels button. So you actually have to go over to the Reels version. And then if you look down on the bottom, it's got my name scrolling, and then it says original audio. You're going to click on that. It's going to bring it over to the people who have used this audio, and you will be able to click that use audio button down at the bottom, and you will be able to use the audio from there. So it's really easy to use other audios, just like it's easy to use other audios on TikTok. You just have to make sure you do it legally and within the terms of service, and that you're not infringing on anyone else's copyright. So you have to be extremely careful of this, Maureen. Please, please, please make sure you know where these audios are coming from so that you do not do something that could potentially get you banned from a platform. You don't want to do that. All right, moving on. If you've got questions and you're joining me live, I would love to hear from you. Go ahead and let me know what questions you have on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on your newsletters, on whatever it happens to be. I would love to get those answered for you as we jump in and we have more conversations today. We had a lot of love for our brand new IGTV playlist video. And a lot of people didn't realize that IGTV was still a thing. Yes, just because you're not using it doesn't mean that it's not something that is very, very prevalent on the platform. They're actually working toward monetization for it. So here's the deal. If you are not using Instagram TV, IGTV right now, you absolutely should be starting with weekly videos. And these are videos over 1 minute long. So anything over 60 seconds is going to be good. You can go up to an hour when you are uploading this. And these can be live stream replays from your Instagram live streams, or these can be videos you upload, but you absolutely should be banking content on your Instagram, because if you're not, you're going to miss out on some huge monetization opportunities, but also doing really, really well within the algorithm system. So make sure you are doing at least once a week, putting some type of IGTV video up there, whether it's just like a little tip or a trick, or behind the scenes or something. I personally, in my author life, I'm doing weekly mini vlogs where I'm doing like a 3 to 4 minute video on what it's like to be in a day in the life of a best-selling author. So do something to create weekly content for your IGTV. Definitely helpful. And you can create playlists just like you can on YouTube for this, which will help with that binge-worthy content. Thank you all so much for leaving all the love. We had another question that came in. how do you put a photo on a live stream? I have 1,000+ followers, so they're good. We know that on TikTok, you have to be over 18, in good standing with the platform, and you have to have over 1,000 followers in order to live stream. Make sure you check out my videos on that. Lots of help over there. And they want to know how you can get the green screen effect is what this boils down to. So I do have tutorials on how to do this, but you just have to set it up before you go live. So once you already hit the live button and you're on air, you cannot go in and access this. This is only before the fact. And then you can have the opportunity to put in photos or videos behind you as you are live streaming, which is kind of cool to like put your name above you, or like if you're directing people to your website or a link or something, or you're like debuting something like a song or a new book or like something that you want to show off. That's kind of a cool way to have like a branded version behind you. Now we do have the tutorials for that. Super easy to do. You just have to hit the green screen button and then pull it up before you go live and you're good to go. We had more love for that Instagram TV, the IGTV playlist video this week. Wow, I never knew you could make a playlist on Instagram. Great tips. Thank you. You are most welcome, Michelle. This is so easy to do because it's already existing content and you're just classifying it into a playlist, but you have to remember you can only use one playlist per video, so you have to make wise choices. But this is a great way to market those videos and get people to watch through, especially if you're doing step-by-step or educational content that fits together, that they would, if they watch this one, also like this one. So I highly recommend spending 10 seconds and putting your videos into those playlists so people can access those. We had another great comment. You are truly incredible. Thanks so much for sharing your knowledge about how we can create playlists on Instagram. You are most welcome, my friend. Thank you so much for checking out the video. We had a question that we are going to wrap up today with that was all about when you go live on TikTok. Does it have to be the frontward facing camera on your phone, or can you flip it back and forth to the rear camera? So here's the thing. With these live streams, if you are going live through your phone, you do have the ability to toggle it back and forth to face you and then to face away from you. You want to make sure you're doing this very sparingly. Do not go crazy. I do not want a strobing effect of you going back and forth. And I definitely don't want to see the majority of your live streams, in almost every case, being facing away from you. Because when people don't see the face, especially on TikTok, they're not staying. They're not going to hang out. So if you want to like go to an event and show them part of the event, I do recommend holding up your phone and kind of streaming toward yourself and then tipping it to show things over your shoulder so they can still see you. That's really important, that they still see at least part of your face to know that you're there and engaged. You can, if you need to, flip it around to show them something interesting, but don't leave it there too long, because that's going to be one of those things that tanks your ratings. It really is, because people are here for the social aspect of live streaming. So if they are not seeing you, they're just going to keep on scrolling. That is not interesting, even if it's something really, really interesting. Let's be very, very honest. If you are at some type of event, and I'm just going to use a real example from my life that I've been talking about recently, because we're at the 1 and 2 year anniversaries of these things. I spoke at a professional mermaid convention, and I definitely took them to the mermaid gala where we were all dressed up. It was like prom, except for business people and professional mermaids, like all the stuff. And I showed people the dancing, and I showed the party and the lights and like all the stuff, and I narrated it, but they would only stick around for so long if I showed too much of that without showing me. So I frequently held it to face me and showed people over my shoulder, and I swung things around so that they could see it. So you do have the ability to do it. You just need to do it sparingly and intentionally, because it does affect your watch rate dramatically. So do not let it last too long, and don't do it too often, because you don't want it scrolling back and forth and kind of strobing at people. So be very careful when you're doing it, but you absolutely do have the ability to do that. And make sure when you are flipped around showing something else that you are very clearly and closely to your phone narrating what they are seeing, so they know exactly what they're looking at and why they are looking at it. All right, friends, this has been a very quick, very brief, like, let's go kind of Q&A today, because we've been getting a lot of the same questions recently. And so I pulled the new ones to make sure that we got those answered for you. And if you've got questions or comments, I would love to hear from you. Go ahead and leave some comment love down below and let me know what you need to know in terms of Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Clubhouse. We're talking about YouTube and all the social platforms that will help you to create more profit inside of your businesses through smart social media marketing. And stay tuned, because you know that with my business, I am growing, I'm expanding, I'm doing some new things, and I am learning quite a bit in the realm of being an influencer. I have worked with a number of huge companies recently. I have been working as a brand. I've been working, or I can help you to work as a brand. I guess I haven't been really hiring influencers, but I have been hired as an influencer many, many times over the last couple months. And now that I have a really good foundation in this, I am going to be teaching you a little bit over on Instagram and some of my platforms on how you as a business person can be working with influencers to grow your business and things you should be aware of and looking out for and all those fun, fabulous things. So that is coming. Make sure you hit the subscribe and notification bell. We will be breaking down quite a few things for you, especially with all the changes that are happening on Instagram right now. Pro tip, they just took away the likes. Not everybody has lost their likes yet, but it's not going to tell you how many likes a photo or a video has so that we don't have that judgment of people deciding whether or not to like something or engage with something based on how many other people that social proof have interacted with it. It's just based on how good your content is. So I'm really excited for this one. We're going to talk about that in the next live stream and in some videos coming up. I can't wait for more. Until then, I hope you all have a great day and stay inspired. Bye, friends.